Hello, I'm Gene Ovanek. I'm here with Hoofcare Today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the phenomenon of mismatched feet. Should they be the same? Should you get them to be the same? Or what is the story behind that? It's a very subtle thing with a lot of horses, and in a lot of cases the differences are monumental, meaning there's one foot that's very, very much upright and the other one on the other side next to it is very, very much a low-angled foot. That's usually the situation that people get concerned, because it just seems like they should be the same. And I guess you have to understand what causes this phenomena to occur. Basically, it's a genetic thing. They've not been able to rule that factor out. There can be cases where it can be acquired through some sort of an injury early in their life, and it can be a developmental situation. I'm not going to call it a problem, because dealing with it sometimes creates a problem. But the thing is, with young horses in their early development stage, when the growth plates are still trying to make adjustments for joint alignment and joint tension in the early stages of life, in the first 6 months really, then that's when some of these situations occur. There seems to be an overwhelming amount of horses that are fed extremely well, maybe inappropriately, with nutritional imbalances early in their life, thinking that you're doing the right thing, that develop these more upright feet. And I think that has to be looked at. We do know that in the wild, in the feral horses, these horses are usually the ones that don't survive, the ones with the real upright feet. It just puts the distal border, the tip of the coffin bone, too close to the ground. And if the environment is harsh and harsher than most, then the coffin bone is going to take a hit, and the horse's life may be in jeopardy for that. So how do we deal with it in our existence? Well, we deal with it because we try to utilize every horse. We fall in love with them. Irregardless of their foot shape, size, or whatever, we use them for whatever purpose we deem suitable in our life. So we have created a lot of problems because of the management, thinking that these 2 feet should be the same, trying to make the upright foot less than upright and the flat foot more than flat. And it's that kind of an approach that has created the problems that usually will render these horses less than perfect, because as we talked earlier in the segment of proper angles with feet, and what has proven to be the most beneficial approach is that the hoof mapping on the bottom, how the foot has developed to this point, is what you have to deal with. You deal with it in its own shape and size. And quite often farriers approach this, or even horse owners encourage farriers to say, I want these 2 feet to look the same. They should use the same size shoe. All of those things are usually what creates problems with this mismatched foot situation. To make it short and sweet, most of the horses with extreme differences in their feet will wear a different size shoe on that foot, and that's normal, that's appropriate, and it's in its best interest for that to happen. The use of the horses can be optimized by simply following simple, basic hoof preparation guidelines that we utilize, the mapping and the hoof prep one over the other, and the difference may be in the size of the shoe that's placed on the horse. And that's good news. When you can accurately map the foot, prepare it to its own situation, to its own design, and then place a shoe on it that fits that perfectly, regardless of what the other foot is, then you're going to have the optimum efficient biomechanics for that particular horse. And I think that's good news.